Hello everyone, this is Ion here with my co-caster Goob.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Today we're bringing you a match on Jungle Basin featuring DIMAGA spawning in the north position as the teal Zerg and Tarson spawning in the south position as the red Terran.
Now, both of these players are from Europe, and Tarson is known to be an especially innovative Terran. He loves his harassment, and he often is way ahead of the metagame curve in terms of the builds he uses. And even if you've seen the build he used before, he generally puts his own spin on it. He's just a great player, and we usually see something pretty unique from him.
Now DIMAGA here, same kind of thing, is in the past we've seen a lot of creative play from him. From mass queens to six pooling in tournaments, if I recall correctly. That kind of fun stuff. They're good guys who clearly get along. We see some fun conversation going. And we're getting to the 14 supply mark for DIMAGA. So we'll start to see what build he chooses, whether he's going for that pool or that hatch first. Standard opening for Tarson, it looks like, right?
Well, we don't really know yet. Oh, he just threw down his gas, and so we know we aren't going to see a 2-racks build. Walling it in front with the barracks is really quite common, but he built his supply depot behind his mineral line, which does two good things. First, if he raises it, he can create a semi-wall for his minerals if Zerglings get in. And second, it seems as though he's probably going to strong wall at his front, which makes Banelings a lot less effective, and DIMAGA actually really loves his Banelings a lot of the time.
So we've seen DIMAGA go hatch first here, with the spawning pool following shortly after. It looked like 16 hatch, 15 pool. I didn't quite catch the timing. Would not expect to see a gas go down at one of these geysers almost immediate. Here it comes. Gonna get that first 100 gas to really get Zerg utility going. It's probably gonna go towards speed. But, early layer is always a possibility. Zergs love 2-base muta, and muta control on this map is relatively strong. We see a factory here for Tarson.
Yeah, Tarson is not, it seems, going for a heavy early bio build. He hasn't even put add-on onto his barracks yet, though, so that does indicate that there might be some early pressure.
Yeah, a lot of times if you see the factory coming this closely after the barracks, the reactor comes down on the racks, and you see a lot of double Hellion harass. But in recent games, it just doesn't seem like that's been working very well. So if he moves these units out and starts a Hellion, which I'm thinking might happen, he'll go for the standard 5-6 Marine Hellion push that we've seen since, I believe, the beta, and has been relatively powerful all throughout, with a starport quickly after, which is very interesting. A 1-1-1 build without really any add-ons going on, and no second gas.
Yeah, that probably means that there isn't going to be any mass Banshee play.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like he's going to be committing to a lot of Hellions either, as he hasn't gotten the tech lab up on that factory to get the pre-igniter.
Yeah, you could maybe read this as a Hellion drop, but I've watched some Tarson play, and in general, that Infernal Pre-Igniter is important for the hell. Okay, here we see Tarson moving up into the main. Lots of queens and Zerglings here. I don't know, he might be overextending himself.
Yeah, but DIMAGA doesn't throw down a creep tumor with any of his queens before moving out.
He has plenty of energy. Look at that SCV tanking damage. Such a great move. Oh, Hellions staying in the back, lining up those Zerglings. Good control.
Yeah.
That other Hellion should be attacked. Oh, might lose this Hellion here. Pulls it away. Well executed. Very well controlled. This is probably
a great transfusion.
Alright, the surround comes out. Speed finishes just in time to kill this off. Man, if he'd gone pool first and gotten speed up before that hatch, I doubt that would have been even marginally effective relative to how much damage it did. It was in no way game-changing for DIMAGA, but it certainly forced a bunch of attacking units he didn't want to have to make. He's got 20 Zerglings out right now, and low saturation on this expansion, so I think that did what it was supposed to do. Zerglings running around the back right now to attack the rocks. And a Banshee about to come
while
out.
that all was happening, Tarson threw up a tech lab on his starport and is getting a Banshee, but not Cloak.
No Cloak. Yeah, he does. The second gas isn't even done. I don't think he could. He does have 200 gas though.
Yeah, he tends to stockpile gas in quite a few of his games, but he's also throwing up 2 more racks. So this looks like he's going to transfer into a pretty heavy infantry build.
Yeah, the SCV is just idling. Stim pack going down. Double
those
reactor
things were
too.
chased away from the back as well.
Oh, that Hellion there?
Yeah.
Alright, we see the Banshee flying around the center. Already has 4 kills, I think, just on Zerglings. Patrolling these watchtowers to really just try to get any free damage he can. That's a sign of a pretty good player. And here he is picking up some more Zerglings. We see a Spire going down. Where is it?
Yeah, and meanwhile, Tarson has also gotten a tech lab on his factory, which indicates that he's probably going to end up going a tank marine build after he's thrown up these 2 reactors on the barracks.
And I think the tank coming out confirms that story.
Yeah.
Getting double gas at this lightly saturated expansion, so he might be going for a very heavy tech build. DIMAGA might be wanting to take a 3rd base soon. Baneling Nest going down. So I think it's been confirmed at this point that we're going to see mTwDIMAGA Bling play, which I think is ideal on this map for Zerg. I don't see an evolution chamber anywhere, so no upgrades for DIMAGA yet.
Yeah, but Tarson is already getting his engineering best.
About to finish.
So if he places those preemptive turrets, those mutas probably won't be able to do very much.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be able to get the scouting information. But you can pretty much read mutas from the lack of any roaches or hydras, I believe.
Yeah, and if you look on the right side of the map, there's a drop coming in with a medevac full of
and a Banshee on the left, a 2-pronged harass coming on right now.
Yeah, let's see how DIMAGA responds to this. He has a bunch of queens in his bases, so that might be helpful. And he's throwing up 2 evolution chambers at the same time.
Banshee coming in, drop, up, micro that Overlord, attacking a queen. 1 Overlord down, attacking the 2nd queen. 2nd queen goes down. Oh!
And meanwhile, DIMAGA sent his Mutalist to Tarson's front and just nearly loses one, but manages to save it. And is now bringing them back to try to pick off that medevac.
Huh. Very interesting. I wonder when we're going to see these Zerglings get morphed into Banes. Maybe after that Baneling speed upgrade going down. So after this creep spread extends a little. Oh, taking the that center expansion. It's a really risky move on a map like this.
Yeah, that's not something you see very often. There's a lot of complaint from Zergs that they can't really get an easy 3rd on this map. And this really is not the choice most Zergs make. They either go far to the right or far to the left. And this is just thought to be relatively dangerous because of the short distance between that and the Terran's main base.
A lot of what I'm hearing and seeing these days is not going either to the right or to the left, but throwing hatches down at both with the intention of losing one to buy time to safeguard the other. You have mutas and Zerglings taking map control, controlling the towers, got some tanks and a healthy ball of Marines in Tarson's base here with +1 to weapons. He has that +1 to armor coming out right now.
And he's getting that armory, which could either indicate Thor's or that he just wants to get more and more upgrades for his infantry.
We've got relatively similar things going on right now. A 3rd command center going down in Tarson's base. Maybe he's hoping to expand with it soon. His minerals in his main are getting low. And we see a macro hatch going down in DIMAGA's main while pumping out double upgrades from his double Evo chambers. Always a great idea. And air attack coming out here.
Yeah, and at the moment, on the income tab, even though DIMAGA is way ahead in harvesters, those mules are keeping Tarson neck and neck. But DIMAGA does have a slight advantage on the gas, so we'll see how that plays out.
That just really shows you the power of the mule. You take a new expansion and blow all that energy on mules, and you have income like 2 bases. Really, really powerful macro mechanic. We don't like to use the word imba around here, but mules are very strong.
They are.
Oh, coming in here. Almost got the Banshee, taking a little bit of damage. That would have been a great kill. Poking the front, always good.
And we see Tarson responding to this Muta push, or I guess this Muta poke, by getting a Thor. And this Thor comboed with all these Marines is going to make the Mutas a lot less effective. And Tarson has also gotten turrets all over his base, so these Mutas have forced a lot of money worth of defense for Tarson.
And we saw a very well-placed, well-timed scan go down on DIMAGA's 3rd base. Tarson pushing out because he knows this base is here, and he knows he's going to be at a disadvantage if he tank sieging. We could see some action. This command center flying down here, I'd be shocked if it weren't a planetary fortress that went down, because you just need everything you can have in this position where you can be flanked from a lot of directions. But on the other hand, these choke points here really funnel in Lings and Banelings to take that siege tank fire. So we'll see how these players handle this situation, because tensions are growing, and we're about at 168 supply for DIMAGA and 152 for Tarson. So Tarson keeping up surprisingly well.
Yeah, Tarson, as you said, is morphing that planetary, which is just so hard to break for any player. But DIMAGA just pumped out 26 links and is just destroying, running straight into Tarson's army and just, wow, bringing in his mutas and just cleaning up. That was a great attack by DIMAGA.
Yeah, no, Tarson's suffering heavy losses here, and DIMAGA just has far more production capacity at the moment.
Yeah, those 4 Marines are really what saved Tarson in that battle, which is really, really interesting. They chased away all of those mutas with that medvac support.
Yeah, those medevacs, I mean, they're